he discovers that forgiveness can coexist with permanent distance. Forgiveness does not automatically mean restoration. Forgiveness does not always reopen the door. Sometimes it simply allows you to walk away from it without carrying hatred. One of the deepest signs of maturity is discovering that forgiveness and reconciliation are two completely different things. You can forgive someone and still decide that they should never have the same access to your life again. You can understand why someone behaved badly without pretending that their behavior was acceptable. You can recognize their struggles, insecurities, or difficult past without volunteering to become the person they hurt again. This is difficult because many people see relationships in only two ways. Either you become close again or you remain enemies. But there is another option. You can simply let the relationship end. Imagine a man whose close friend betrayed his trust. After years of anger, he eventually stops replaying the situation in his mind. He no longer wishes that person harm. If they meet somewhere, he can greet them respectfully. He has no desire to humiliate them or tell everyone what happened. But he also does not hand them the keys to his life again. That is forgiveness with wisdom. Forgiveness does not erase consequences. It does not require another chance. It does not mean pretending the relationship is what it used to be. Sometimes distance is the healthiest form of peace. At some point, you have to put the emotional weight down. But putting it down does not mean becoming naive. You remember the lesson. You simply stop allowing the lesson to turn you into a bitter person. There is tremendous strength in being able to say, I have forgiven you, but I have also learned what I needed to learn. No revenge, no endless arguments, no secret campaign to make them regret losing you. Just distance, clarity, and peace. Because sometimes the healthiest ending is not reconciliation or war. It is reaching a place where you genuinely wish someone well, while knowing with complete certainty that your future no longer requires their presence.
Welcome to the DY Project channel. I'm your guy, DY Fly, coming live and direct from HQ. What it do?
This is culturally inappropriate.
That's right. So Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown finally speak, not since the trade happened, but since the season ended. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. Let's just break this little situation down, because I'm going through Twitter and I'm reading some of the comments, and I don't know what's in the water to make people forget things like I don't know, facts and truth. But we're just going to go through it, okay? So just stay with me as I try to walk through this, please. And hit the like button. Maybe somebody needs to hear that intro of that Sean Connery sounding guy giving a different perspective, okay? They don't need to hate each other. Jalen doesn't need to hate him. He's good with the situation, and their relationship probably isn't going to be what it was in the past, but he doesn't hate AJ or wishes him any ill will either. He can just move on with his life and be done with the situation. So let's just walk through this. The beautiful thing about the age of technology that we're in is that we can go back and prove facts without lying, okay, without making things up. So I can go back to old clips of them on the football field, press conferences, interviews, Instagram posts, Twitter posts, weddings being attended by some and not by others. And oh, by the way, last year around this time, I had to sit here and pretend like I didn't hear AJ Brown say, no, me and the quarterback, we don't speak. But if we miss on a play, I just come back to the huddle, say one thing to him, and then we hit it on the next one. And I'm like, whoa. Why isn't the quarterback and the wide receiver speaking? I had to pretend like I didn't hear that because everybody else didn't hear it, apparently. So we can go back and look at the facts. We have the information that says that they haven't spoken since the season ended. We have confirmation from AJ's own mouth just 2 days ago saying that they haven't spoken at all. But yet, AJ Brown, after completely destroying Quinyon Mitchell, and we have to talk about that, Jesus Christ, he decides to come up to Jalen Hurts while nothing's going on. The cameras are rolling. AJ knows the cameras are rolling. So, of course, he comes up and daps up Jalen. So, if AJ knows the cameras are rolling, don't you think that Jalen knows the cameras are rolling? Like, what do y'all expect him to do? Smack his hand down? Say, don't touch me? Get it popping right there? Jalen is the face of the franchise. And oh, by the way, he's the face of the league. So what is he going to do? He's going to keep it cordial. and do some face of the league stuff, right? You see, the interaction wasn't long, but people will bring up the fact that Jalen is the godfather of AJ's kid, and this is true. But relationships change, and people won't take all the facts in consideration. They're just going to say, see, they're cool, right? And all right, I'm not going to argue with those people, okay? I'm not. You ever heard of the term NPCs? That means non-playable characters. That means those are the people that believe everything on the news. They don't question anything, all right? You can't argue with those people. You probably have some of those people in your family. I know I do. And these are people that I love. But you keep things surface level just to, keep the peace. And a lot of people don't like Spike Eskin, okay? Yes, is he annoying? Yes, is he contrary? Yes, is he anti-Eagles just to be anti? Probably all those things are true. But if someone is right, just say that they're right, all right? Just because you don't like the messenger doesn't mean the message is wrong. And I believe what he said was 100%. Well, I'm not going to say it's 100% right. I'm just going to say that I 100% agree with him and what he said. And a lot of people were killing him. I think the first iteration of the post, a lot of people were killing him. I saw somebody else post it, and a lot of people were agreeing with Spike, even though they might dislike him. So that's good that they can separate the message from the messenger. But I believe what he said was actually correct. Also, in Spike's reaction, he had a visceral reaction, like he was kind of creeped out by it. And I'm not going to lie, that was some creepy shit, man. That was some creepy, because I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen to you in real life where you kind of fall out with somebody and they did some foul, flagrant stuff to you, and they see you in person and y'all haven't straightened it out, y'all haven't hashed it out, but they coming up to you in public, acting like everything's cool, and you looking around like, bro, I know what you're doing, and I really should black your eye right now, but we're in public, so I'm gonna act like I got some decorum, So I don't know if y'all been in that situation. I know I have, and it's like, bro, don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's why that intro is important, because I didn't have that information in my life at that time. I do now because I'm seasoned a little bit. But back then, yeah, man, who knows? Back then, yeah, it was like drawing a wild card. So I did agree with Spike Eskin's assessment of the situation. And if you even hear how he ended, like, hold on.
It's all become super clear over the last couple of days. And the Jalen thing, this is not like resolved. And I'm glad they did it. Good for Jalen, good, whatever. But if he wanted to resolve this, he could have resolved it several times. He didn't have to wait till the practice was over. Cameras were there. Everybody's watching. Oh, let me be the one to run over to Jalen. It's like, come on, man, get out.
See, he even feels the phoniness, man. He even feels the phoniness. So it's whatever. Now you might be asking yourself, well, D, now that Jalen and AJ had this moment, are you going to still be hard on AJ? Hell yeah. He is still Ash Juice Brown. He still gets the button pushed whenever his name is mentioned. All right, we're still going to be hate watching the Patriots. We're still going to be rooting for a bad season. So, yeah, man, this doesn't change anything for me. But with all that being said, we're going to get to the practice real quick, but we got some news. We got some news that the Eagles are the top landing spot for Hassan Reddick. Oh my goodness. So with all the AJ news, and this being the first news to come out of Eagles camp since the Patriots joint practice ended, I think it's kind of funny. That little story between AJ and Hassan Reddick and the massage therapist that might have some truth to it. So I found that kind of funny. But Reddick on the edge with Grenard, Jayx Hunt and Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis in the middle. Oh my gosh.
Simple Simon ass motherfuckers.
What's the sack record? Yeah, ring me up for that. But Quinyon Mitchell, we got to talk about Quinyon, man. You had one job. Job. No, I'm not going to do that to Q, but come on, for real. Anybody but him. That's what I'm saying. Just anybody. And, I was just getting my day started, and I looked up, and it's like AJ had 7 touchdowns already. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Somebody, do something. Hold him. Do something, please. But, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully Quinyon learns something and he'll bounce back and be better for it. But it seemed like Tariq had a day. Tariq Woolen, you're getting a button. And this is what I like to see. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Tariq, hold it up. Hold it up. This is a defensive back that knows what to do with the ball once you take it to the house. You hold it up like Simba on the Lion King, and you show it off. This is what Dion has taught us. You hold it up when you take it to the house. So I'm excited to see Tariq Woolen this season. He's definitely getting a button. Also, we go back to this play, and we see that Drake May is trying to force the ball to AJ. And you see here, hold up, do you see this? Do you see this? Watch AJ, head down, head down. That's the teammate that you're getting, Drake. That's the teammate that you're getting. And hopefully, for Drake May's sake, he doesn't fall into the trap of trying to appease one player, okay? A lot of the analysts, they have pointed out that Drake May likes to spread the ball. And, hey, man, if that's the case, he needs to keep doing that. And AJ will get his numbers eventually, if they keep with that same process. But if he tries to force AJ the ball, that's where things are going to get a little bit hairy for the young QB. So he's going to have to learn that quick, fast, and in a hurry. But you see AJ with his head down, that's the teammate that you're getting, man. Also, Don Wicks was on the loose. Don Wicks, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at him. Don Wicks, his release package is real nasty. It's real nasty. So I can't wait to see him play. Just leaving people in the dust. Froze. Oh my goodness. Is he Elsa? Is he Elsa? Is he frozen? That's what I want to know. Let's hear Jordan Davis and hear what he has to say.
We're always hungry. Always hungry. That's kind of like I don't want to be the guy that says Super Bowl or bust, but that's what it kind of feels like, especially in the city of Philadelphia. The standard is high for us, and we have the high standard for ourselves. And nobody plays this game without the aspiration of winning the Super Bowl. And I think that's one thing that we can all hang our hat on, is just that we want to win. But we have to go through that process of each week, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Did we win a week? Let's win the next one. Let's win the next one. And that's all that matters.
There you go. One of our leaders speaking on the process, on how to get better and how to win every week. We see here that Landon Dickerson, he was going up against Milton Williams. Somebody said Landon is so cooked. Oh my goodness. I mean, he's going against Milton Williams though, so it's like, come on, man. He's one of ours. Milton's real nasty. He's nice like that. So I'm not going to kill Landon, but we need to make sure that Willie Lampkin is ready to go just in case. Also, Drake threw another interception, and it looks like they tried to do a hook and ladder. Hold up. Let me see this. Drake throws it. AJ kind of tosses it back, but you see the wide receiver kind of go by him. So I think they were trying to hook and ladder place right here, right there. Then AJ tosses it back, throws it up, and then Jayx Hunt, Jesus Christ, comes out of the frame and just makes the play. Make a play. What a play by Jayx Hunt. Can I switch my breakout player of the year? Can I switch that? No. I think Jayx Hunt was my breakout player of the year last year. So we're going to stay with Andrew Makuba, which I didn't hear his name called too much in these past two practices. So I'm not alarmed. I'm just pointing it out. But it does seem like Jalen Hurts and the offense, they did get it together. So let's see what Elliot Shore-Parks has to say.
The Eagles won the practice. That is your official statement, right? 1-1 this week.
Yes. Disaster averted. The Eagles won day 2. They go to 11-4 in joint practices and an impressive 4-1 against New England overall. And this was a practice they won, I thought, right before the defense hit the field. You could sense the attitude they were playing with today. So they're down on the lower practice field. They're getting ready to go up to where the Patriots are practicing. I see the whole defense get into a huddle. They're all huddling up. Someone's in the middle hyping them up. They all start to jump around. They sprint up to the practice field. And from there, they really controlled the practice. And they were the reason the Eagles won the practice. Tariq Woolen had a pick 6 in the front corner of the end zone. He high-stepped all the way to the other end zone, 99 yards. Jayx Hunt forced a fumble and recovered it during a team drill. And then in the biggest drill of the day, the 11-on-11, everyone watching, First snap, Drake May drops back, throws the ball to A.J. Brown. It's completed, but Tariq Woolen rips it out of his hands, pops it in the air. Jayx Hunt picks it off. They get the defense off the field. Next series, Jalen Hurts and the offense take the field. 3 passes, get him down to the 5-yard line, and then he hits Hollywood Brown for what was the practice winning score. So I thought the attitude was really good today, and I thought when they needed to, they were tougher than the Patriots, and they made plays when they had to. So they get the win on day 2.
And there you have it. But that's all I got. Howie usually makes a move around this time. I think 2 years ago, he made a move on August 22nd for Jahan Dotson, right? And then we went on to win the Super Bowl. Howie Roseman, he's known to make some moves in late August, so we're going to see what he does. Howie, do you have anything to say?
I'm the man.
No. Howie, do you have anything to say?
Who put this thing together? Me. That's who.
And there you have it. Hit the like button, hype button, comment, let me know what you think. We got the Patriots-Eagles game tomorrow at 7 o'clock, I believe. So we're going to be tuning into that. It would be nice to see the first team offense play a half. I would like for them to play a half, but if they play a quarter, that would be nice too, because I think they need to get in lockstep with each other, in sync with Sean Mannion getting to play into Jalen Hurts in real-time situations. So that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Go Birds!
Nigga, you going to get down or you going to fucking lay down?